I'd like to thank you firstly for coming today. Under the instruction of my lawyers, I'd like to make this statement. The allegations that I fixed snail races in the summer of 1998 are true. In the summer season of 98-99, I took money to throw 2 international events. Two of the snails were involved in the match fixing, but as far as I'm aware, the others knew nothing about it. I'd like to stress that the allegations one of the snails had super glue on it are totally untrue. I'd like to apologise to New Zealand fans and for bringing the New Zealand snail industry into disrepute. Never meant to hurt anyone. Thank you.
Beautiful stuff.
Welcome to the Lion Red Sportscafe, the show not afraid to take the important issues head on. Joining us tonight, we've got the league test to look forward to, so we've got Matthew Ridge, star of Past the Production show in a different league, made by John Kirwan and Rick Solizzo.
On your credit card too.
On my credit card, yeah.
The game's the Anzac test, not Good Friday test.
It's the Anzac test that's on Good Friday.
Why? Why is it
Well, Anzac, it doesn't actually specify day. The Anzacs exist whether there's an, outside of Anzac Day or not. Anzac, Australia, New Zealand.
That's close to Anzac Day.
Well, they like to have it close to Anzac Day, don't they? It's on Good Friday. Does that mean they can sell booze at the park?
I don't know. It's Australia.
They can? Oh, it's Australia. Oh, they must have.
Anyway, what do you think of our chances?
Mate, I reckon we're a good chance, 50-50. Normally, New Zealand goes in as the underdog, but past 2 or 3 years, they've really put together a great side.
Well, the TAB has got Australia at $1.30 and the Kiwis at $3.20.
Yeah, well, I reckon they're a good punt.
And I think it's interesting that after all those years of rugby league, the first word you said on the show was mate.
Well, it's part of tradition, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
What Ridgie, the Warriors have, had a average season, but it's certainly helping the test side, isn't it? I mean, over the last sort of 4 years when the Warriors have been around, like when you go to a league test now, you think we've got a real show because these guys are playing week in, week out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny when they, it's not great for the Warriors, obviously, but they haven't done well over the last 3 or 4 years. But when you take the Warriors out of that side and it's just a relief kind of thing, do you know what I mean? And you get into that Kiwi camp, you get the black jersey, you get a whole lot of other guys coming in who are coming from successful clubs, Australian-based clubs, and it just really lifts you,
Frank Endicott's got about 5 minutes to draw the team together and have some kind of plan.
Yeah.
What does he say each year? Basically, what did he say when he got you guys together?
He doesn't say too much, Frank. It's his actions, really. The first thing he does is say, righto, hands everybody a beer and says, get amongst it, fellas, and that's what it's all about.
That's not a bad job, eh?
Yeah.
It's not. We used to do it for All Black tests, and it's actually not a bad way to do it because you're that scared that you're unprepared that you actually prepare properly. We used to come in, the law was midday on a Wednesday, and you get together and you've just got this short time to get together, and you've got a team that might have toured. So
I think the hard thing for this team, though, is having the Paul brothers and Richie Blackmore coming all the way from England with like 2 days to get over the flight and stuff.
Thanks to Bradford, yeah.
Mate, I don't reckon they give a toss about that, those two. They just love playing for New Zealand. They're tremendous talents.
They've had to put Henry Paul into centre. So how do you think he'll go there?
Yeah, when I heard that, I sort of raised my eyebrows a bit because I don't know how well Henry... he's a great player, but, centre's a tough position and he's up against some pretty wily customers. But knowing Henry, he'll step up to the plate. I know that Richie would have been certainly impressed that he was playing fullback. He wouldn't want to go to the centre position. So it's a big ask for Henry, but he's a talented player and I'm sure he'll do the job for him.
I missed the naming of the team completely. Yep. So who is, Jared McCracken had some sort of injury or something? Is he playing?
Yeah, Jared's out.
He got a cork in his thigh or something, so he's
Quentin
gone.
Pongier's out.
Yeah.
You're out.
Yeah,
You're
I'll
out.
mate, yeah, not the 5. No, it's no chance of winning now, are we?
There's a couple of new roosters in the side. Forget their name. Yeah.
The Arvo.
Yeah, he's
You know,
he's awesome.
Yeah.
I've seen him playing for Melbourne. He's just fantastic, and it's the stuff that he does off the ball. You know, like
Yeah.
you know how when you just watch a player, I don't necessarily watch where the ball's going. I watch guys off the ball, and just watching him during the year, he's tremendous, mate.
He's
His
only
work
had
rate.
11 games of league.
Yeah,
How many games of league had you had before your first test?
about 4, I think it was. Yeah.
But when
Quite a
you've
few
got
games of rugby though.
when you've got a young talent like that, to put him into this situation, I reckon it's a great thing because he, you know, real talent, he'll just front up and do it.
Yeah,
and
too right.
and I saw him speak tonight, and he sounds confident, and he'll just front up and do it.
Because
He
I
won't
mean,
worry
you
about
were
it.
in the All Blacks, what, at 18, 19?
Yeah.
You have a lot of confidence at that age, don't you? Sort of
Yeah, you do.
brashness.
And you just want to play football, and you don't sort of overcomplicate it for yourself. He'll get out there this weekend and he'll just have a ball, you know.
He'll go off.
Yeah, he'll have a good
Well, we actually got some expert opinion on the game from Eva, who went down to check out some people that know a bit about rugby league and see what they thought about the test.
So here we are at Kalua Stadium, a place which is a home of New Zealand Rugby League, a place full with passion and pride, and the New Zealand side will need lots of them for the test at Friday. So how do you feel about the Anzac test?
Oh, it's going to be pretty fiery, I think. The boys are out there that want to win.
Are you confident?
Very confident. Well, it's a shame Logan Swan's not out there, but he will be looking good on the day.
They've got a very good side and they've come very close in the last few games. They beat us, I don't know, probably 2 out of the last 4 games, so they're going to go really well and got a couple of warriors in there, so got to be half a chance.
Do you think we've got a strong side?
Very strong. Very big, very powerful.
These are short answers. Who is the player from the Australian side you want to be most careful about?
Brad Fittler.
Brad Fittler, because he's got a pretty good step and he worries me a little bit, yeah. So.
What about the World Cup?
World Cup, this is obviously a good build-up for the Kiwi boys. A few youngsters coming through, so it's a stepping stone towards the aim that New Zealand has, and that's to win the World Cup at the end of the season.
Both sides are a favourite for the World Cup, so whoever wins this game, be feeling pretty good about themselves, I guess.
Share market crash affects the play of the team anyhow?
Well, I mean, some of these blokes are on plenty of money, so they might be crying.
He lost a lot of money.
A lot of money
invested in the share market.
How much points do we need to win this game?
1-0. That'll do us.
Which side are you on?
I'm just favouring Australia, but I've got my heart's also there for the Kiwis because
New Zealand will need lots of pride and passion at the Sydney's test against Australia this Friday. Good luck.
Hope it all makes a lot more sense to you now. TRB's also saying that they reckon the first scoring player is going to be an Aussie penalty, $4 following a Kiwi high tackle. I mean, in the past, we've been pretty fired up and gone out and tried to take their heads off, haven't we?
Yeah, we
Which is
have.
not a bad thing, but
I think that's. I don't think that's the case. I think that in the last 4 years, actually, they've turned that aggression into some good.
how long do you
football.
reckon before we put the first big high hit on them?
Oh, I mean, often you see it every week.
Just
in
give
the
me a
NRL,
time.
Just
Just give me
up,
a,
not a lot you can do about it.
3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
80.
All right,
80.
I'd say 6 minutes.
6. I say
Yeah.
straight from the kick-off.
Right, you'd hope. Actually, talking about that, I'm a little bit concerned about rugby league at the moment. I think they're trying to make the game too soft.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I thought, I'll be honest, I enjoyed the scrap in the Warriors game.
Yeah,
It was funny.
same here. So did I. I enjoyed the...
How many people were watching the TV and went, no, that's shocking?
Yeah, nobody.
And how many people didn't laugh when the cheerleaders were involved?
was
It was the funniest thing. And I don't know what you think, Matthew, but I think that the people that should be getting told off is whoever's idea it was for the cheerleaders to be that close to the pitch. How dumb was that?
Yeah. We're getting a little bit overprotective, I think. You know, the game's it's a physical game. It's a tough game. It's you know, it's played by men and they're brutes basically. You know, and I think the NRL are getting to the stage where they almost want to dress everybody in skirts. You know?
Yeah.
You don't like brutes. It's like trying to have WWF without the fighting.
Yes, exactly. Now, you've been known for a bit of niggle here and there. Yeah.
You can always
what
fight
are some of the
Really?
the dirtiest, nastiest players you've ever come across? Like, you're not having to confront them this Saturday.
Yeah.
Let loose. So, I mean, who are the nasty, niggly elbow? No one can see it.
Oh, pretty much.
Everyone.
Yeah, all of them. Mate. Yeah.
What about the cheerleaders?
It's only with the. Careful, Ricardo, I'll get into trouble. It's only with the, sort of the advent of all these cameras and stuff now that the games, I guess, had to be cleaned up.
Someone grabbed you. I remember grabbed you by the nuts.
Grabbing the nuts, yeah, exactly. Like if you grab somebody in the nuts nowadays, you'd probably get 22 weeks or something like that. But he got a slap on the hand, and good luck to him.
Or maybe the bloke enjoyed it and he didn't want to press charges. No citing.
Sorry?
Maybe he enjoyed it and just didn't cite.
I didn't enjoy it, mate. No, it wasn't.
No, the other bloke.
It wasn't clear.
Bruce.
I think often in sport, it's the legal hard stuff that hurts more than the cheap shots.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a bit like rugby. If you're lying on the ball, you should be rucked out of it. If someone kicks someone, they should be banned for 22 weeks. But I mean, if there's a bit of a scuffle and there's a bit of a fight and no one gets really injured, well, so what?
If they all ganged up on Calvin Jeffs, I'd be a little bit happier, I think, because
He didn't. I mean,
God.
can you still get fined for commenting on the referee?
Now, you know what the funny thing about all this is like, come Test match and State of Origin time, they let a lot of it go.
Yeah.
Like it's so much more physical. There's elbows thrown. There's, like it is really physical and it's tough and it's hard.
No, they did that.
But if you do it in, if you give someone a bit of a rub on the dial or whatever in the NRL, like week to week, it's
But they use it to promote the games. You see the State of Origin promos, it's all fighting and bashing and it's going to be war.
And I'd just like to say at that point, we use it to promote our show.
So, a good way to protect yourself from a flying rugby team is first karate-do. Obviously, if you've got some space to move somewhere, if your friends and colleagues are not next to you, then you can move. A very important part of this style is the shoes you wear. So you have to make sure that you've got really heavy shoes on, so you can basically kick.
They freedom tough in Bulgaria. Thank you, Eva.
It's all very simple stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you just stick to the basic
Use
rules,
a little bit
isn't
of
it?
that.
Yep.
Okay, it's Olympic year, obviously, and joining us two Olympic-bound swimmers, Scott Talbot-Cameron and Stephen Ferguson.
Welcome along.
Well done. And backstroke and breaststroke. Right?
Yeah.
See, I told you I remember.
Stephen Ferguson, you're part of the fabulous Flying Ferguson family. Is there anyone else in the family other than yourself and the old man that's looking to get into sport seriously?
My brother's had a bit of a sickness while he's been doing his sport, so he's, he could in the long run maybe, but and my cousin, he's heading out, Rob.
Yeah.
And
what do they do? What? Badminton, marbles?
Kayaking, surf life saving.
Kayaking, surf life saving. It's all in the water.
How did you get into swimming? Did you fall out?
Yeah, pretty much. Couldn't stay in the thing. So.
Yeah, and Scott, you're from a swimming family, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, explain your pedigree to the people out there that don't know.
Yeah, well, my dad's the Australian swim coach, but damn it, but my mum's a New Zealand swim coach, so one of the New Zealand swim coaches.
What a household in the Olympics.
How old are you guys?
19, 18.
Huge thing. How exciting. You've done all your training? You reckon you're ready to go?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do those new suits really make a difference? I mean, we see them talking about them, whether they're going to ban them or not. I mean, do they make a difference?
Oh, they make you look pretty big.
It's important.
Can we have a look? Just joking. Jail bait, my God.
And you haven't tried them, of course?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You have?
What about the shaving thing? Do you do that?
Oh, yeah.
And why is that?
It's just like, it gets rid of your dead skin and all your hair. And
so when you're diving in the water, you get a
kind of thing.
sort of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Okay. That's why Robin Williams never did swimming. Competitively.
No.
Yeah.
So realistically, what's your goals at the Olympics? I mean, do you go over there and say, right, it's medals or nothing? Or finals? Or
Goals are to get the finals. First is semi-finals now, so we go over the semis and then
So they've got
finals.
semi-finals at the Olympics?
They've
That's new, isn't it?
just brought that in, yeah.
And you're always trying to get medals, but realistically, probably not this time. Maybe.
And you just come back from the Aussie age group champs.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you get on?
Oh, good. I won the 100 and 200 backstroke. So
that's not bad.
So you'd be quite familiar with your competition over there? You're swimming against the same people. The Aussies are obviously pretty strong with their swim teams.
Yeah, they're pretty into it.
Yeah. They're expecting to win everything, aren't they, the Australians?
Yeah, well, they want to win the meet and stuff because they haven't ever beaten the Americans before at the Olympics, so they'll be looking to do it this year. It's probably their best chance.
Have you met this torpedo guy and checked him out?
He's staying at his house.
Yeah.
He stayed at your house. Webbed feet, apparently.
Yeah, I was 17 size, so pretty big.
Yeah. Now, with the webbed at our school, there was a guy.
Part of the body, you don't have to show it.
Yeah, fair enough. At our school, there was a guy who was the champion at school, Derek Branco. He had webbed toes. A couple of webbed toes, and we thought, well, that's the answer. And I'm thinking, if you're allowed the suit thing, what if you super glued your toes together and just created big fins? It's not really adding anything. Has anyone tried that sort of stuff?
Oh, not that we've heard of.
No. Funny that, yeah.
Well, get back to me on that one if you think about it.
So how many hours a day are you training at the moment? You're in the peak time, or
5 hours in the pool to about 4.5 to 5 hours in the pool.
Morning and evening, or
morning, evening, yeah. Plus, some of us do gym sessions during the day and stuff, and we kind of sort of really spread out throughout the week.
Do you need to do a lot of weights?
It can help. It's like you need to be strong.
You don't want to be big.
No. You don't want to be like so massive that you sink in the pool.
So I have that problem.
Steve's about as big as they
What time do you start training in the mornings?
Most of us get up about 4:30.
Oh, quit it now.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've been doing that all your life, getting up at 4:30 to
pretty
go
much,
swimming?
half of it anyway.
Is that because you've got a job to keep down, or just is that the best time to swim? Because everyone, I mean, do the Australians do it? Because they'd be all pro, wouldn't they?
Schooling mainly.
Yeah.
Schooling, when we were going to school, we had to train before and after. So, but it's easier
just so you also get some time to recover in between the afternoon and the morning kind of thing.
You have to do 2 sessions.
Oh yeah, everyone does it, so you got to do it if you want to be beating everyone else. So.
You see the new Olympic uniform?
Oh,
yeah.
It's nice, eh?
Yeah, we got one of the models in the crowd over there.
They sent me some socks. There you go, you want to have a look at them?
Oh,
They're black.
Yeah, black merino wool.
That's
Good work
marvellous.
for the sponsor.
Yeah, no, free sheep apparently.
There was no difference at all between butterfly and drowning at school for me, and because you never get this kicking thing right when there's arms over here and it was just splutter. Are there different ways of doing butterfly or different strokes where you can like kick differently? Someone's doing different ways of doing things. Breaststroke instead of the frog legs.
You're going to confuse them, eh?
You just need to be
Instead of the frog legs, can you kick?
No, you got to all the kicks go with the strokes. You know, like they have something that goes with it.
Right.
It's just practice.
That's probably why you're
Like
drowning.
on your back, you got to be on your back stroke.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much do you switch around and do different strokes? Because I know they're talking about Daniel Loader sort of changing strokes. You know, they have a go at qualifying.
What'd you talk about, Wills? Sorry.
Yeah, well, you're always doing different strokes in training and stuff, and some people are good at them in races. They can do 2, but normally 2 is the most that you specialise. Unless you're a medley swimmer, you can do all 4 of them.
So, do you do anything else other than backstroke?
I struggle.
Yeah.
But Stephen's pretty good at some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like at canoeing?
Oh, as I said, I always fall out.
Average, yeah.
He was chasing after Dad.
Jumps out.
Do you get into backstroke because you like it, or because your coach says you're good at it and you should stick to it, or?
Oh, I don't know. Just
like
you
it.
can look up at the sky and ceiling, just
Cruise.
think about other stuff.
Yeah, it's a cruising stroke, eh?
Sort of lay back
Yeah.
and just.
You should have things to read under there so you can swim along and.
Backstroke. It's on the ceiling. Hey, we're obviously Mark's not with us tonight, and so we're looking for some Kiwi characters actually to join the show over the next few months. And so what we want you to do is send a video on to us of you or your mate or someone that you think's really funny or cool or whatever. And to give you an idea, here's some of the sort of characters that have been on the show over the last few years. We particularly like these guys that push Matthew into the pool.
How'd they get away with that, Matthew? Do you catch him and whack him?
Don't try any of these activities at home unless you're well supervised.
Those are his underpants. Our friend Jeremy Winders.
Jeremy Winders is a bloke from Southland.
Naked at this time.
But discus was a real winner. New Day, remember, is in June.
I eat a lot of chips.
This guy, we ran out of a guest for him, and we just dragged him on.
The turkey can take a grown man off his motorbike.
So if you reckon you know a character, or maybe you are a character,
yeah, there's the address. Send your videos to Lion Ridge Sportscafe, PO Box 9059 Newmarket, and we still don't fall for that turkey joke, eh? No, we don't believe you. So send your videos in. We want to set some new people on the show. So this is your audition.
There you go. And this is supposed to be a magic moment.
We were going to have someone running with the Olympic torch, but we've lost it.
The real Olympic torch.
Yeah, we were going to have Ricky Martin as well, but he couldn't make it in. We were going to have Mariah Carey.
We've still got Ricky Martin.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Good. Okay, we'll be back in the second half, so don't go anywhere. Not too far away.
Any of us?
Team Bulgaria clothing for that girl and that guy is available at all Champions of the World sports stores nationwide.
We've got John Mitchell with us. Hello, welcome along.
Hey, man, how are you?
Been out near on 5 years.
Yeah, it's almost that. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's home, and yeah, like you don't realise how good it is until you get back.
Are you settled back into the Waikato?
Yeah, back into Waikato. Started work on the Monday after we arrived back, and it was straight into work, just familiarising myself and meeting people again.
Mitch, is there a big mental difference between the two hemispheres? I mean, everyone says, what's the difference, what's the difference? You've had both, you've sort of done both. I mean, is it upstairs with them, or they play too much football?
Yeah, a lot of it's upstairs, but a lot of it's to do with skills under pressure, JK. It's, their season's too long, and there's a lot of mediocre games, and so guys really aren't pushed in certain games, yet they're required to play for 10 months of the year, and there's very little troughs in the season. You know, like there's enough troughs here for people to rehab or recoup and prepare themselves for another competition. The competitions are far too long.
So they need a Super 12?
Yeah, I think clubs are there to stay, but I think the European Cup competition is going to be the ultimate competition if they can get it right.
What about that Richard Cockrell? We don't like him, eh? Well, I don't like him.
Yeah, it's, having worked with him, he's actually not a bad bloke, and his heart's in the right place. Very limited footballer, but when he played for England during his 27 tests, he gave it all, and I think time has basically caught up with him at line-out time, and really there's better players around now. And unfortunately, he happened to write a book and wrote some sort of things about Clive that didn't go down
the
too
England
well.
coach.
It's him, yeah. And
that was a good move.
And that was the end of him, really.
It's obviously a big decision for you to take on the role that you did, and I thought it was fantastic. But what was the biggest difference for you coming from our rugby and being an All Black and being a senior player to getting into that elite side of the English? What was the biggest change? What was the thing that surprised you the most?
The biggest change really is that for a lot of them, it's they sort of almost have the right to be there. It's almost a right to be there, whereas the difference from where we come from is that it's a very special club, and it's also very special to make it, and some of us get there and some of us don't, and I think that's the greatest value that exists, whereas some of the guys almost expect to be there, and it's there. They don't rent the jersey as such, it's almost like they own it. And
like, is that people with hyphenated names and stuff? Is it all the old money and stuff?
The players are great fellas. They play the game for the right reasons, but unfortunately there's levels that exist within the RFU, and the people who run the game, a lot of it's to do with social status, and it's very much a middle class, upper class game.
Must have been really happy. We noticed that you didn't sing the English national anthem at the beginning of the games, particularly when they're playing the All Blacks. How hard was that to sort of prepare a team to play the All Blacks?
Yeah, the first time I found it really hard, and I sort of went through mixed emotions during the week, and I wondered how I was going to deal with it, and see the national, or hear the national anthem and see the haka. And I thought, well, yeah, each time it should get better. Unfortunately, I faced the All Blacks 5 times, and it got worse. And not so much during the preparation during the week. It was more the Friday evening, the Saturday morning, before you wake up a Test match, sort of saying, well, am I really doing the right thing?
Because when they sort of lost in Manchester, and by 17 points, and did that sort of lap, well, we saw it as a lap of honour. I noticed you looked a bit grumpy.
Yeah, I suppose in terms of protecting the English on this particular occasion, it was the first time they'd ever played outside of Twickenham, and the people were sporting mad and nutters up in Manchester, and it was just a fantastic occasion, and really it was the opportunity for the players to thank the public, but we saw it as New Zealanders from another point of view as arrogance.
We noticed a bit of footage we saw. We tried to find it this week and couldn't for some reason. The time when England scored and Clive Woodward next year went up in the air off his seat and was going, yeah. Looked over to you and you're like this.
Well, actually, Graham, it's the first time he's seen the move.
Yeah. Very good.
Mitch, how did you get the job? Because, I mean, when I went away, we sort of went away at the same time, and then I thought you were going there to play, and then all of a sudden there you were in the coaching job, which is fantastic.
I really just set off to take up a 2-year contract as a playing contract player coach, assistant coach, and the guy I was going to work with had a dispute over the summer and took off, so I was left with the whole shooting box, not really ready for it. And we had a pretty good season. We went to the Pilkington Cup final with an average bunch of guys, and I was fortunate enough that Frank Cotton used to play for Sale, and he'd come and watch the games, and he asked me to come on board. Fair bit of trepidation, and spoke to a few people, and took up the post.
It looked like you were going pretty well, and they were sort of grooming you for the top job, for the coach in the English side. What did you come back for? Because you obviously would have had a fair career there.
Why did I come back? One, because I'm a New Zealander, and rather than being selfish, really at the end of the day, it was for Daryl and Kira, who are probably up now watching, and for Kay, because I want them to be brought up in New Zealand life. And as a New Zealander, it's hard for the English to understand, but there is a better place in the world to live, and it's there.
Hallelujah.
Good for you.
Hey.
At all. We got in touch with the former rugby great Gibbo. You'll know him from the defensive bomb. We sent him to learn a bit more about gym culture.
New Zealand's got more gyms per head of population than Hong Kong, and that's fact.
For starters, probably three to four times a week, coming in here for about an hour.
So is the gym a very sort of social place to sort of meet people and stuff?
Yes, it is. It gets quite busy at nights, obviously, and a lot of people usually talk quite a bit then and catch up with friends at that time.
You know, 26% of all the people I interviewed said they'd use the gym more if they lived closer to it. And that's a fact as well. Frank! What sort of stuff are you doing? Cardio or...?
Oh, I do start off on weights. Depends how I feel, actually.
And what's the story with rugby at the moment?
Nothing.
You're not playing at all?
Nah.
You got no plans to pick up? No?
No, I've got... I can't be bothered with it, Yeah. I hardly even watch it anymore, yeah.
Except on, like, Sportscafe or something?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Woo! 60% of the people I interviewed said they'd go to the gym a lot more often if they could be bothered. That's a fact. You know, gyms vary in price. Here at Olympic, it's actually very reasonable. But if you're worried about spending too much money, do what I've done. Find a gym partner to train with. You can do a 2-for-1 deal and use the one membership. That's a fact. You know, it's been great being back at the gym. Truly fantastic, feeling the adrenaline pumping again. And I think we've all learned a few facts, so I hope we have. And I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have. It's been fantastic.
Very good.
Marvellously. I mean, whom to winner?
Gibbo.
Yeah, Gibbo.
Being back in the Waikato would be important. I mean, obviously saying coming back to New Zealand, but you know, you've got a passion for Waikato rugby, and that, is that important part of your motivation for being here?
Yeah, it's good to be back there. It's where I was educated as a rugby player, and I suppose I want to put something back into the game really, and it was a big part of my life, and enjoyed it immensely. And I suppose a lot of my friendships, come from that those playing days. So yeah, I suppose it's good to get the children back in there and get on with it.
Are the Chiefs under real pressure, do you think? I mean, there was talk last week that they wouldn't survive because the crowds weren't turning up. Is that a winning thing? Like,
I think one of the problems that we have at the Chiefs, and I'm probably not really in a position to judge, but in the small time I've been back, it's Otago, the Canterbury's, they can drive their culture the whole year, and there's probably more heritage in a Counties jersey and a Waikato jersey as opposed to a Chiefs jersey. And I think we just need to be patient, and eventually it'll come right, but it's going to take time.
Yeah, because a Waikato jersey would get your blood boiling and going more than a Chiefs one would, of course, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, some of the players, there's only probably 3 or 4 players that wore a Chiefs jersey, whereas in a Counties jersey, there's heaps of players that have been legends, and I suppose heaps of players in the Waikato jersey that have performed very well.
There's a little story about Mitch. When he first played for the All Blacks in Leicester, right?
Yeah, that's it, mate.
Had a few drinks after the game as a team session, and Laurie said to everyone, "Okay, go home, go back to your rooms, get changed, come back and have a few beers." And everyone was sitting down, and Mitch was still in his All Black number ones and blazer and tie and stuff, and the manager said to him, "Mitch, I told you to go home and get changed." He said, "Look, I've waited 15 years to get this, there's no way I'm taking it off."
The rest of the kit didn't fit. But,
yeah.